Good afternoon, YouTube. It's Dara Christine. How you doing today? I just want to thank you all for watching. I know it's been a while since I've been online and giving you guys an update, so I just want to come back and say hello and to give you some updates as to what's been going on. As you can see, hopefully I'm penning this right, those are crutches, and unfortunately I did end up having surgery after all. I know my last video I stated that it's a possibility I may have surgery, but it looks like I actually needed it. So on December 12th I had hip surgery for the second time, and it went very well. The good news is my stitches are out. I'm still crutching along, but at least this time around it's not as severe, or at least as terrible as it was the first year, so that's the good news. But I still need to be off my feet. I still need to take it easy and not, do too much, which is very hard for me because I like to keep busy and I like to be active, so it's very hard for me to just sit still, but I am trying my best to do just that. So what's been going on since the last time I posted a video, and I'm trying to remember, that could have been a couple of months back. Well, a lot. Where do I begin? It's been a lot going on. For starters, one thing that that has been a little challenging is just, of course, getting prepared for surgery and the whole process and all that stuff. The healing process, of course, is not easy because, obviously, you want to go out and do stuff and you're not really able to. The other thing is just trying to I guess think about the new year that's coming and where you see yourself and where you like to be and what you like to do, blah 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 blah. So it's been a very reflective time, I would say, of a lot of that, a lot of talking and writing and things of that nature. The good news is, I will say, is last month I actually participated in the National Novel Writing Month, where basically writers from all over participate in writing their novels of different genres, and the goal is to reach 50,000 words by the end of the month. Unfortunately, I only made it to 25,178, but I'm still proud because it's an accomplishment nevertheless. And it's the first time I participated. I'm grateful for the experience. I had a good time doing so. Very challenging, of course, but I'm very thankful that I at least had the opportunity to do that. So my book that I am working on is still in the process. I'm still working on it. Anytime that something comes to mind, or if I have a reflective moment, which seems to be every day, I write it down and make sure I incorporate that with the book. So some folks have been asking me, I guess, when the book will come out, or when do I anticipate it being done. It's kind of hard to say right now. It looks pretty good so far, but of course there's a lot of tweaking that's involved, and I can't really give a definite answer, but I will say that it's a work in progress, and I'm pleased by where it's coming out, so stay tuned for that. The other thing is, of course, for the new year, I'm hoping to find work and to get back into the workforce because I terribly miss it, and hope to teach again because I terribly miss doing that, and just go and show the world what I'm made of, because I do believe that I'm multifaceted in a lot of ways, and I have a lot of interests and talents, and I want to be able to showcase that to the world, more so next year than I did this year. This year overall wasn't a great year. I wish I could say it was. It had its moments, it had its challenges, but I'm grateful to be here, and that's the most important thing. And as long as I'm able to see another day and to see the beautiful sun that's shining in my room, love it. That to me is the most important thing, and it gives me a second chance to do the things I want to do, and hopefully make a difference in this world, one step at a time. Another thing that has happened, I'm sure I did not mention this in the last video, but just in case, I have become CPR certified. So I'm now CPR certified with the American Red Cross, and I'm very happy about that because it's something I've been wanting for a very long time. So I'm very thankful for that, and I definitely will continue my work with them. I will continue to volunteer as well as help out in any way, shape, and form. Once the hip gets better, let's just say that I plan on blazing the trail, so to speak, because there's a lot of work to be done, and I'm looking forward to those experiences in the near future. And I guess for now, the most important thing, of course, is the healing and to feel better. And it's not just to feel better physically, but also to feel better emotionally and mentally. This year has been very taxing on the mental, emotional side. And I'm hoping that for New Year 2014, it will be less stressful and more adventurous and more eventful in a positive light. And there'll be more sunny days ahead. And so I'll leave it like that. But overall, so far so good. Another thing that I have to mention, I know I've mentioned it on my blog, Doris Creative Corner, and one thing that I do want to share is that I've been creating more. Well, you might say, okay, tell us something we don't know, right? I mean, this YouTube is called Doris Creative TV, and then there's Doris Creative Corner, so how more creative can she get? Well, I actually am been taking recycling items and been recreating them into artwork, and it's something that I just started. It's not something I've been doing for a long time, but I'm enjoying the process, and it's a great healing process as well, because you focus on yourself, you focus on what you're trying to do, and you're having fun at the same time. And then you get a chance to, well, in my opinion, you get a chance to help the earth, and I think that's fantastic as well. So you're not wasteful, you're not throwing things away that could be reused for something purposeful. So that's what I've been doing. And I would say last month, seemed like everything happened in November, interesting enough. I have kind of went gaga over collecting everything I could possibly get my hands on. So we're talking cardboard, plastic, buttons, bottle caps, soda bottles, you name it, I've been collecting it. And I'm very thankful, and I want to just shout out to those individuals out there who have contributed to this art project. I thank the store owners who have been also gracious enough to provide the cardboard that I know I've kind of bugged them about. I thank you all so much, because it's something new that I'm doing, and I'm excited by this, and I'm very thankful that you guys have helped out in the way that you have, and that in some respects it made you enthusiastic about recycling and recreating or tapping into your creative side. So I'm very appreciative of that. So big thank you for your contribution, and trust me, it is definitely it will definitely be utilized very much. So what have I created so far? Well, if you look behind me, if I can pan in just a little bit, and forgive me, I'm using my cell phone camera, and I'm doing this with two hands, so hopefully it comes out clear. What you see in the back is basically a hanger of a whole bunch of toilet tissue rolls. And you might say, okay, what is that? That's kind of like my version of wind chimes. The idea was to have it hanging closer to the window and having it dangle, but unfortunately I wasn't really sure how to do that, so this is what I came up with. And what I've done is just taken them and painted them using some water paints and glitter, and I actually took an old toothbrush and dipped in some paint, and so if you see the one in the black and white, that was used from an actual toothbrush, kind of like give it a splatter effect. So that's my creation, I guess, of the wind chimes. And if you go to actually, I haven't blogged it, which is shameful of me. So I'll make sure I post the pictures on my blog, Doris Creative Corner, and I'll make sure I showcase what I've done. But if you're on my Facebook or Twitter, you'll get a chance to see some pictures I've posted. I've done a couple of wall hangings. I've done some handmade, Christmas cards. I actually just yesterday did a Subway themed gift box where I took a recycled Subway map and I lined up the old cardboard box, and I used some contact paper to kind of spruce it up a little bit. I also did a really cool cuff bracelet. Actually, you know what? Let me see, and I should be standing, so I should be standing up, but I'm gonna kind of limp over here and grab my my cuff here. So forgive for the slow-mo effect, but I'm not technically supposed to be moving around too much. Okay, that's better. So let's see. I'm going to try to do this, to see if I can do this without dropping the cell phone. Okay, I think we're good to go. So this here was also a toilet tissue roll that I recreated into a cuff. And as you can see, there's ribbons in here. And I added a little bead effect. I'm a blingy kind of girl. I love sparkles, so this is I guess something that I really wanted to do, kind of bling it out a little bit. Because I live in Brooklyn, I wanted to pay homage to Brooklyn, and I should also note that my favorite news station is Pix 11 News, and I did participated in a promo that they were doing where you basically use their showcase one of their coffee cups, and you basically say why you love living in the neighborhood that you lived in. So I said, I love living in Brooklyn because it's where the creative becomes innovative. And since then, I just been on this innovative, creative mindset. And so that's where I got the idea of showcasing where I live, Brooklyn, and using a recycled subway map, some glittery ribbon, and some contact paper to cover it from the inside out, as you can see, and ribbon to tie it up. So this is my first jury piece, and I look forward to doing more. So I wanted to just share that with you guys. So yeah, so basically that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to utilize my time wisely and be creative and do different types of projects, and I'm open to ideas. So if anyone out there listens to this video and says, hey, you might want to try doing this, I'm open to the ideas. So that's pretty much that. I will say on a personal note that I feel very blessed regarding just this whole process. Although this year is coming to an end, which I am actually grateful for because I'm looking forward to 2014, I am very thankful of how it ended. It might not started out very well, and there's been a lot of bumps along the road, but I will say that there have been some very fantastic, loving people that I have had the privilege and the pleasure of getting to know this year, who have really been supportive of me throughout this whole process, prior to surgery, currently, during surgery, and after. And those individuals know who they are, and my heart goes out to them, and I thank them so much, because without them, I don't know, I would have felt the way I felt last year, just kind of miserable and unhappy. So I'm very thankful for them and their friendship and their love and just their support. It really makes a difference, and it keeps me going. The encouragement keeps me going, and I just really thank you all for just being there. And when I say being there, let me just stress that being there doesn't necessarily have to mean being there in person, although it's welcomed, of course. So, you know, you're welcome to stop by and say hello. But otherwise, it could just mean, hello, how you doing? Message, a wave, whatever. You know, it's really up to the individual. But the fact is that you're there. You're showing that you care. You're showing that you're supportive, and that to me means more to me than anything else. I'm happy to say that I feel blessed that I finally taken a stand for myself and have moved forward from negativity, negative people, negative attitudes, you name it. I've moved forward from that. I don't hate these individuals. I'm not angry with them in no way, but I finally took a stand and said, you know, I love me a little more, and I'm not going to stand back and just let someone just mistreat me or come off in a way that's not appropriate. So I'm proud that I finally took that step and said, you know what, it's a new year coming, it's time to love me a little more. I'm gonna now focus on those individuals who I know love and care about me, and I love and care about them, and that's what counts. Everyone else I'll keep in prayer, hope they're well, but right now the focus has to be on happiness, self-empowerment, self-improvement, motivation, faith, you name it. That's what I'm about, and I'm happy that I finally did that for self, because I was usually a type would tend to like to hold on and hope for the best in that sense. But sometimes you just have to walk away and say enough is enough. And I'm grateful that I finally did that. And through artwork and through the sun and family and friends and prayer, it's kind of helped me to get to this point in my life, and I'm very thankful. So on that note, because I see now I'm at 13 minutes and I don't want to make this video too long, I just want to say again, thank you to everyone. I'm still here. I'm thankful for that. I'm doing okay. Just gotta take it easy. Can't move around too much. I hope to be back on my feet, hopefully before spring, but spring is the deadline where I should be back up and moving about. And look out, because there's a whole lot of stuff that I have under my sleeve that I'm keeping secret for right now, and I look forward to seeing where the adventure takes me.